Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more demo time with Lost in the Open. So, where we finished off last time, we've been kind of skipping around a little bit. One of our soldiers is particularly wounded. He will recover soon, but we do need to, be a little bit careful. So, yeah, we were going to go ahead and jump straight through this threshold event, but I'm thinking it might be mildly safer if we move across first. So potentially we might heal up going there. I think that will happen, but at the same time too, this does lead us to a very narrow path. I'm thinking maybe we go ahead here, just make sure that we drop that injury, and then potentially, I don't know, spread out a little bit further and away from the enemies. So let's go ahead and swing over to the unknown event and see what we can find. Okay, and I was right, his injury has now subsided. A commotion at a crossroad up ahead. A formidable bandit party has merchants at sword point, their stalls toppled and their carts and wagons being rummaged through. Alright, let's intervene. We've got lots of cash and we could probably buy something good. Let's go ahead. You approach the crossroads and you call out towards the bandits. The merchants watch hopefully as their assailants march towards you. Alright, let's see what we can do. With any luck, we should be able to handle them quite easily, but I guess that would be a bit too much to ask. Alright, so they've got a couple of archers. That's always a little bit annoying. Melee averse, that's always a bit of a thing. Let's see, inspired. Oh, hang on. Gain 1 initiative and 2 critical rating for each higher level unit within 4 tiles. Right, and he's only level 1, so noted. What have we got over here? We have a brute. Decent hitting, got some solid dodge as well actually, 16's not bad. As for this guy, not so much. Oh wait a second, let's just quickly double check his passives. Blood letter, so the first basic attack each round inflicts bleeding, dealing 10% of damage over 2 turns, gain 8% damage for each bleeding enemy. Ooh. And he's partially blind, so that's at least good. As for this guy, damage is a bit lower, same for his dodge, but he's an executioner, so if he kills someone, that would be bad for us. He also regains health at the start of combat, which isn't an issue here for us. And Rising Fury. For every successful attack that is not Raging Strike, gain 1 stack of Rising Fury. Gain 2 critical hits if an attack is missed. Dodge, parry, gain 3 stacks. Okay, so it's basically a free attack every now and again. As for the other guy, what have we got? Scatterbrained, that's good to see, and he's potentially going to be applying Muddled. Alright, so first things first, probably the weakest of the two, then their archers, then the others, and then the melee units moving on in. Alright, so I think what we'll do is, let's see, their move speed is 5. Yeah, their move is all equal to what we can do. So that's that. I'm not seeing any other extra enemies, so that'll just have to be as is. Let's see. Well, that still leaves us, what, potentially 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, we're definitely, we're only going to move 3, I think. Let's move 1, 2, maybe here? Oh, wait a second. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he can only get this far. Let's go ahead and line on up, and we'll see what we can do here. We'll take that. This guy with our low armor and things, let's go ahead and keep him slightly further back. I'm thinking... Oh, actually, you know what? They can't travel through here, so let's maybe move here and see what we can do. Hopefully he doesn't get shot at by the archer, but we will soon find out. Alright, the archers are missing our king. We do have some alright dodge with him, so it's not the worst. Let's bring him... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and shuffle on up. And we'll see what he can do. Alright, and then let's just move up a little bit and see what happens here. Alright, so big guy moving on up. Looks like he's slightly out of range. this could be ideal. We might be able to get some flanks on them. Yeah, if we can stab them in the back, that would be particularly ideal. Alright, so those archers are going to be a little bit of a pain. We're not going to do too much there. Looks like we're just going to have to move in with melee here. Yeah, there's not too much we can do. In fact, we will shuffle down slightly just so we can engage some of these guys. Yeah, alright. And now who do we want to attack first? The guy in the middle with the Rising Fury? Or do we want to go for the scatterbrained lower accuracy fellow? Well, you know what? He's got a lot less armor and a lot more health. You know what? I think he's probably the guy we want to go ahead and take down first. In fact, what we're going to do is... unfortunately, it's more damage than I would prefer, but unfortunately, because we broke his armor there, it doesn't carry through to his health. But luckily, we do have that extra stamina payoff with our patient, so we can get at least an extra attack. And if we're lucky, might be able to get a critical or something of the like. Alright, let's end the turn there. And we'll see about the others. Let's bring you up over here. I'm thinking... 1, 2, 3. We might be able to go ahead and stab someone in the back. Or we could even throw a dagger. Yeah, dagger throw. We need at least a little bit closer. Alright, well... could probably put some damage on this guy and maybe soften him up. You know what? We've got armor. We do need to continue on doing damage, so that's just going to be what it is. We can follow up with a slice, I guess. Oop. Either that or... yeah, you know what? I think that's just going to have to be what it is. Alright, let's go for the slice and see what we can do. We can always throw a dagger on the next turn. That's always possible. Alright, the archer is unfortunately shooting at us and whittling away our armor. That I'm not too pleased about, but there's not much we can do. Let's bring you... let's see, what have we got? Armor penetration. Oh, looks like... oh yeah, you're the Bloodletter and you're the one with the Rising Fury. That's a bit of a shame. Alright, I guess for now we move here. And then... let's see, if we take our bash, we've got some armor penetration. We also do 30% bonus damage to units with armor. So we could probably... we'll get rid of that nice and easily. Either that or... you know what? Let's just start with a little bit of... yeah, let's go for the accuracy. We'll do some damage here and see what we can do. Bring that down to 92 and 84. We can provoke if necessary, and I'm thinking... we do probably want to keep our king nice and safe, so let's provoke you there. That will have to be sufficient. And then let's also change our facing over there. Just that way, in case this guy moves up, we are not going to get caught out. Alright, as for you, my friend, I don't think we're going to be able to do 84 points of damage, but we can start, I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything here this turn. Let's just move up here and see if we can shore up this front line. We'll go ahead and... let's see, a technical strike, minimize the damage coming on out of there. It's not the worst. Not very good on the armor. We do have that extra for broken armor, so I guess we'll go ahead and do what we can. Yeah, we're definitely not going to break his armor, so let's just go with basic attacks here and start getting the bonuses that we can use. Alright, that will have to be good enough, and just to be safe, let's just turn around a little, just in case he does pop up over here for our side flank. Alright, looks like that guy's doing fairly abysmally. Some very solid dodges. Yep, moving up as expected. Our fellow with the weak armor is... oh, he's been disengaged from combat for us. Oh, that's actually remarkably handy for us. Yeah, that's not the worst. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can take down the big brute. Let's go with 2 swings there. Let's see, this is worth 8, that's worth 9. There's no other way to do it, so I guess we just have to go with what we've got. And he dodges again. Oh, bother. Alright, let's see. We could apply bleeding, but I don't think that's very helpful. Let's throw a dagger. Oh, we're also just a tile off. If we stand over here, we should be able to throw the shot. We could also maybe get into melee here. I've got a decent amount of health. Let's just double check. What did he have? He gets extra initiative and critical rating. Oh, highly possible we could have some trouble here, but I would like to do some damage to their archers early if possible. You know what? We'll take the gift of having broken the engagement there, and that will have to do. Let's go ahead and face this way just to be safe, and we'll call it there and hope for an attack of opportunity. Alright, 15 damage, not the best. Ooh. Alright, could be better, could be worse. He's still alive. He's not huge on health, but it's better than nothing. Let's see, this guy. We've got armor piercing. Oh no, that's only the guy at the very top. You know what? That's not an issue. Let's maybe... Yeah, let's just go ahead and attack this guy. Brings you down to 13. Let's go... again. 20 and muddled. Okay, so he's got 30 health left. There's a good chance we could get hit. We do have some lower armor. I think instead of attacking, let's go ahead and... shield on up. There we go, and hopefully we'll get some good damage done. Alright, let's go ahead and I guess we're going to start cutting him down if possible. We could shield up as well, but I think we've got some pretty decent armor, and we've got some solid bonuses going against this fellow right now, so we'll try and take that. Alright. Muddled. That's not ideal. It looks like the king is doing well at dodging. Alright, some armor taking some hits, but we're okay. Let's just see how you're doing there. We have 0 stacks of swift strike. So how do we build this up again? We need to go ahead and hit the enemies. Criticals grant 2, and at 5 we get a basic attack with no stamina consumed. Okay, well, let's go ahead and open up our first swing. 27, you know what? That's perfect. Let's go ahead for a heroic strike, which is more accurate. It will have more than enough damage with minimum and demoralize their friends. And there we go. That is phenomenal news. Alright, so that's about all we can afford right now. Let's go ahead and end our turn. No, let's go ahead and face this guy just to be safe. Alright, you there, Ken. You have survived a little bit, but can you do more? I'm thinking maybe we go for a gushing wound. Yeah, that'll cost us 12. We have to apply that from here, I suppose. Alright, we'll see if we can make him bleed to death. Alright, so that's at least good. And then we've only got 4... We're in some major danger here. Alright, let's go ahead and twist around a little bit. As long as we dodge, we should be fine. I don't think this guy's going to die. He'll take damage on every action that he takes, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, he's dodging. Oh, actually, that was 2 attacks of opportunity. Huh. That is surprising. I did not realize that we could do that. Duly noted. Alright, we'll remember that for the future. That said, though, we're probably going to have to run you away. You are currently crippled, so you've got less initiative and move speed. That is very scary, so we need to get moving. Let's start with... We can probably... 52? I reckon we go ahead and try and start whittling down some of your armor here. We'll do that twice. Oh, one more. It's not going to make a difference. His armor's worse. We could probably get him closer to a kill. He's about to go next. So you know what? Maybe we... Maybe we save him for the king to move up and take a shot. Yeah, I think that could be possible. Let's go ahead and just break his armor. Yeah, and that is what we're going to do. So that will that should be good enough. And that way, with our extra bleeding damage we can do, we should be able to capitalize. All right, we're taking some bleeding damage. This guy's down to 30. Yeah, down to 37. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the... Oh, 69% is not very good. Who's next? This guy and then the other. Yeah, I guess we have to follow some of the percentages. More likely to do damage. Now, let's... There we go. Alright, well that worked out a little bit better. At least we did some damage this turn. And who knows, maybe the king can finish him off. Alright. We really need to free up one of these units just so we can go after these archers. Otherwise we're going to be in a fair chunk of trouble. In fact... You know what? I reckon what we do is... 22. We could probably do that. Yeah, okay, you know what? I think what we're going to try is we're going to go ahead and step off to the side. Yeah. We'll take one attack, but that'll be fine. We might be able to get the kill here. That would be worth it. Alright, so 2 damage isn't too bad. Oh, no. Alright, excellent kill. That's what we needed. Let's go ahead and shuffle this way. And, oh, we've got an extra free attack. Yes, okay, so I guess we've got enough stacks of Swift Strike. Alright, sure, let's see if we can do some damage to his armor. Oh, and we broke it in one. Well, hip hip huzzah. Alright, sorry Ken, but I think you may be dead. Yeah, there's... Oh no, he's wounded yet again. The man is unkillable. That... Well, at least, I hope he stays that way. Not what I was expecting, but I am A-okay with this. Let's go ahead and, I guess we just, do what we can over here. And then we'll call that a day. And you can go ahead and, 100% likelihood of hitting. That is phenomenal. Do you want to try any other fancy maneuvers? Not really. I'm happy just, yeah, swinging for the fences. Oh, we even got that counter-attack. Very, very nice there. The king's holding his own, which is exactly what we wanted to see. Sure. Let's... Oh, beautiful critical once again. And I guess that is that. So let's end our turn there. We might get shot at from the side, but I'm honestly okay with it. The fact that if this guy shuffles at all, we're going to be able to get a couple of attacks of opportunity is honestly quite good. Alright, let's see what we can do here. There's that kill. And then let's start moving... Do we chase him? Do we chase down the archers, or do we chase down this final guy and free up our king and avoid some extra damage? I think what we're going to do is... Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move here. That'll be fine. And then you... I guess we don't have any ranged attacks, but it'll have to be good enough. Let's move you there and see what kind of pressure you can apply to them. Alright, the king has no more armor left, but that looks like it's okay. Take 2 swings and face the archers just to be safe. The archers taking attacks of opportunity. Oh, he's going for our bodyguard. Excellent. Still got plenty of armor. Alright, very nice. Let's go ahead and see what we can do there. Oh, 8 hit points remaining. So close and yet so far. Well, we'll twist a little bit just to show, not show our back. But there's not much else we can really do here. Let's move up one tile. And then... that's not too bad. Oh, we're just a little bit off. We cannot provoke. That's a pity. Well, at least if either one of them moves, we have an attack, which should be pretty solid. Alright, well, King, may you please do your kingly things and strike down your enemies? Or maybe not? That's annoying. Alright, well, he's cooked. He's wounded. He's got some really good penalties there. What is that? He's got the bleeding? Yeah, fantastic. Glad we moved him up there instead. You there. We can catch you out and then start chasing down that last archer there. Alright, let's move you. You know what? It's not going to make a difference. Let's just go ahead and move on up and do what we can. He'll try and run away. We'll get a free swing at him. That's perfectly good by me. Let's move you up over here just to corral him a little bit better. And no, not needed. That is another victory. So, Ken is somehow alive still after a very rough couple of combats. Mind you, he didn't go in with very much health, so we might need to try and boost that up. But who knows, maybe we can buy some for him. Good XP for Volkova and Masker. And the King also is very close to that next level. Let's continue. Corpses lay among the toppled stalls and ruined goods, but the merchants look to you in gratitude. After searching the bandits, they each offer you a gift. We gain 27 gold, 13 materials, 16 provisions, as well as an iron bar and a sturdy belt. The merchants hurriedly pack their surviving wares back into their carts and wagons, but offer you a chance to trade before they depart. Well, that we shall certainly accept. Alright, so we have a belt here for extra initiative and dodge, and then an iron bar which we can sell. Sell for its full gold value rather than half. Okay, not too bad. What have we got here? Trinkets. We've got less dodge, less armor, but more damage. We can pick up some bandages, which we will absolutely purchase. Some extra stamina. Honestly, we have plenty of extra item spots, so we'll take that. Oh, a shovel. We have had use of that earlier. Well, we've needed to use one, but we did not have one. And then the rest we'll go ahead and collect. That will work out nicely. We've also got our blacksmith here to do some upgrades, which I'm happy with. But before we do, let's close for a second and apply some of our stash. We have, let's see, dodge and initiative. You there, my friend. You don't have much in the way of armor. Let's give you some dodge and initiative. Yes, I think that is the way that we will go. We've also got some accuracy and protection there, so that's good. The stamina, let's give that to... who would we like that to go towards? I think maybe we'll give that to our king. There we go. It's worth something for now. And with all of that sorted, let's go ahead and back to trade. Alright, so the blacksmith, what can we purchase and what would be good? Weapons, no, they're all done. Oh, we have a mace. What could we attach to that? We have the heavy weapon weights. So each attack increases the stamina cost of all abilities by 1 for 2 turns. This effect stacks but does not refresh its duration. Ooh. So if we use any abilities, yeah, they're going to become a lot more expensive after each attack. Possible. What else do we have? Oh, you've got a good weapon blade. You've got a weapon armor. Okay, so I think we need to upgrade some of our things if we're going to do anything. Let's go ahead and boost up maybe our weapons, and then maybe we can boost up our armor as well. Yeah, let's start with our armor. Now, I believe this is for everybody in the company. Yeah, so that's why it's so expensive. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and purchase that. Now, what is this? All equipment this tier has 2 attributes. Does that mean we can put on a second upgrade? I feel like we may. But also go ahead and upgrade them one more time. Let's see. Yeah, if we can move it up higher, we're going to be able to get better... yeah, we can equip other things sooner than later. I think the weapons are pretty good. Maybe we go ahead and take an upgrade there too. Although, you know what? Before we do that, let's see if we can apply an extra thing. So we've got damage here and block rating. Let's go with maximum health and protection. I think that's probably not a bad plan. Either that or... ooh, better armor rating, better protection rating as well as from the sides. Ooh, that could actually be particularly good for you there, my friend, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and, let's go for the armor rating. Oh, wait a second. Equipping this will destroy the previous attachment. Okay, never mind. Let's, close that. Maybe we do want to try and boost this up a little. Yeah, so it looks like we're at the next level. Can we now try? What do we need? Oh, we need some more materials. Okay, hang on a second. Let's go ahead and purchase a couple. Oops, that's selling, not purchasing. Bother. Well, I guess that's where we're going to call that then. There's nothing else that can be done. No, everything is more or less sorted short of, yeah, there is nothing else possible. Alright, well, isn't that just lovely? We can go ahead to a positive recruit event. He's going to be injured for a while. We're going to treat the injury with some medical herbs. 2 hours 22. I think we'll try maybe finding some friendly people and then maybe heading further north. But again, we really need to get some extra health on Ken. A bear-like warrior approaches you, followed by a band of warriors. He offers their service in battle. Sure, let's see. Inspect his men. Okay, so we can recruit some more, maybe. Okay, so I guess we could technically recruit, but unfortunately there's not much we can really do for ourselves. We could maybe kick Ken out of the party. Yeah, alright, so let's see. Stamina, some solid health, some solid damage, some nice weapons there with a battle axe. Let's see, 32. Something fairly similar. Alright, looks like we've got some kind of dagger and rapier combination. That's not too bad. Solid damage plus 11. Wow. That's quite nice. But either way, unfortunately can't do much about that. Got some solid passives as well. Alright, at the start of each round, gain or lose 3 initiative. Yeah, that's not phenomenal. Alright, well, I guess there's not much we can really do. We're going to have to close that out. There's not much we can do here. And you know what? Before we hit this threshold event, which could be very good or very, very bad, we're going to head over here just to gain a bit more health. Yeah, and then if it's a battle, we're going to keep Ken out of this. A fire smolders at the center of an empty camp. Scattered belongings and collapsed tents suggest a hurried departure. I guess at least then we can scavenge. We pick through the camp, scavenging for anything that might prove valuable. Gold, materials, and provisions. And there is beneath one of the collapsed tents, you find a heavy chest reinforced with iron. Well, the good news is we have a skeleton key, so let's try it out. I've never seen one of these before. You gain 19 gold. We acquire foreign coins and a ruby. Huh. Okay. How does that work? Worth 44, that's nice. Foreign coins. Alright, we might be able to trade some of those. Alright, we also have bandages. Oh, how foolish I have been. I should have thrown them onto, for Ken. Let's drop off the... How's his dodge rating? 20 is pretty solid. Accuracy, you know what? Maybe we drop the accuracy and protection for now. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use some of our bandages for 20% healing there. And we'll see if that helps. Let's move on up and... Actually, you know what? They're not too far away. You know what? We're going to backtrack over here so we can heal on up. There we go. Let's just quickly see how long he's got. He has an hour and a half. Alright, let's head back to the stash and we'll apply some more bandages. Yeah, we've put a lot into trying to keep him alive and I don't want to give up on that now. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we find. Mixed voices, busied women, and injured men lead you to a camp of matrons of Yelena. The matrons move from makeshift bed to makeshift bed, tending the wounds of bandits. One of the matrons notices you and approaches. She sees you eyeing the bandits and explains that even the wicked deserve to live. She asks if you or any companions require treatment. You notice a bandit healed, but sitting alone. You suspect he might be the last of his band. Let's get treated. That probably should have saved us a lot of trouble, but oh well. You and any of your injured men are laid to rest and tended to by the matrons. Everyone is back at their max health, it seems. Okay, so that's very good. In fact, I think also too, our maximum health has increased. Is that because of... Yeah, here we go. Our legacy of blood. For every 2 enemies killed by him, we gain a plus 1% maximum health increase up to 15 kills. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, and we even have 4 leadership points, so we could spend some more. I'm thinking... for every 2, go for extra stamina? You know what, why not? We should may as well pick that up for now. And then, oh, you know what, from 15 to 30, let's just max out that tree, and it's not like we're picking up any new tactics anytime soon. Or at least, not that we know of. How long has he got? An hour 14? Well, he's back at full health, so that will be good enough. Let's move up to the border event. So, the border between 2 regions of Temkau. Expect something. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to get gated into some of these outcomes anyway, so let's go ahead and... Oh, the enemy's hot on our heels. Maybe we could skip around for just a little bit just to get rid of that injury. Oh, yeah, you know what? I don't want to risk Ken dying. Alright. We've been here before. They're about to move on in. We've got 55 minutes. I'm pretty sure we can go here. Yep. Back up again. Yeah, they're definitely closing on in. We do not have any more time. We have got to go. And luckily, 23 minutes, we should be okay to travel that far. Let's see how this all plays out. And the injury has worn off. Fantastic. The woods around you have grown eerily quiet. You hear your heartbeat in your ears, sweat drips off your brow, and your hairs stand on end. You keep moving. You hear the crunching of leaves behind you. You turn and feel panic fill your body as you realize you are alone. A smooth voice calls out to you from a tree's shadow. A bounty hunter, his uniform dyed black, walks calmly towards you. You know of him, one of Echo Dursk's most prized headhunters. None know his name, but all of Rudome and Strath have heard of his dark cape. He speaks to you slowly, clearly. Your death will be quick, King. My men shall extend the gift to any that follow you. He draws his sword, his movements precise and intentional. You reach for your own. Okay, I guess we got to engage. Well, I'm glad Ken is feeling better. Alright, so we have... Let's see, a duelist. Okay, so he's irritable, so missing is bad for him. Final flourish. If this unit deals an attack or every 2 tile moved after taking or dealing damage. Reduce final flourishes cooldown by 1. Okay, so that's bad. We need to kill him quickly, or it seems like he'll have some kind of powerful thing there. Looks like a skirmisher, extra accuracy but less dodge because he is overconfident. Let's see, anything else? He's slippery. Ooh. Attack an enemy to gain a stack of escapist, allowing you to ignore enemy zone of controls. Every 2 stacks grant 1 move speed. Each step consumes 1 stack. Huh. Okay, that's a cool perk. Let's see, what about you? You've got the final flourish, you're irritable as well. He's a body reader, so each attack grants anticipate. Grants anticipate the enemy +5 parry rating against that target. Stacks but resets if you attack a different target or at turn start. Parrying that target triggers an counterattack. Okay, so I think if we use the same attack, we have problems. And then here's the headhunter. Alright. Move speed is a little quicker than ours. Dodge rating is very solid. Armor is low. Parrying is decent. Okay, so I think what we're going to need to do is... oh, good grief. He doesn't have much armor, thank goodness. But his damage is painful. Alright, what are his other things that we know of here? Alright, so he might have some better critical for the first few attacks. He's got a dagger as well. Oh, that's annoying. He's got the swift striker like us. Patient hunter. This creature hunts its prey with caution, increasing dodge but lowering initiative until it enters combat. Okay. Okay, so the initiative... the dodge will drop as his initiative improves. Calculated. During the first 2 turns, critical rating is reduced by 7 and initiative by 2. Afterwards, they go up. Ah, darn, that's a really good synergy for him. He may move slow, but he's almost impossible to hit for that first round. Alright, we're going to go ahead and... I think we're going to go ahead and engage over here. Yeah, we're going to quickly swing down here. We're going to try and take care of these guys. And then kill him, and then maybe move against him while maybe dealing with the other. Yeah, I think we need to divide and conquer. Otherwise, I'm not going to be very confident about things. Alright, that should be good. Actually, you know what? You're about to move up. Let's go... Yeah, you know what? We'll end our turn there. You, we can move up and attack. What do we have here? Just a regular slice? Alright, I guess it's going to have to be all we can do. Let's move on up. And I guess we can hold the line here? Yeah. Alright, these guys moving on up into one-on-one combat. He's moving on in, but again, we are okay for now. Oh, he's trying to go for a backstab? What a jerk. Alright, well, you know what? 2 can play at that game. Let's jump behind him. Let's see, 8 or 10. That's not going to make a difference. May as well get the most damage possible. 22 and muddled. Alright, well, we'll take what we can get. Alright, you... what do we have here? We have the slice, and we get bonuses with unarmored opponents. Very convenient. Alright, let's start with... Let's start with a technical strike, I think. We'll mitigate his potential damage. Either that, or do we just go all out? Let's see, we could do 3 attacks. 3 attacks would mean, what's that, a potential of 45. It's going to take at least another round or 2. You know what? Let's try and keep some of our armor. We're going to go ahead, and it looks like he's parried. Alright. And that is all we can afford. Yeah, that's all we can afford. Alright, we'll have to leave you there. Hopefully he doesn't come in and attack our lone soldier. Alright, and it looks like we're all good. Alright, so, let's quickly... Oh, we're going to take a lot of damage, but you know what? It's only our armor. We've got some solid healing. Let's see. We might be able to crush him nice and quickly. Yeah, either that or... We're not going to have a real chance of doing this, I don't think. Yeah, we are going to get a third attack, so it's not the be-all and end-all. Yeah, you know what? I think we have to go ahead and attack here. We need to be on the mark there. Alright, well, you know, let's also go ahead and turn here just to try and mitigate our negative angles. Alright, you there. We've only got 11 armor, Ken. I think what we'll do is we'll try... I know what, a gushing wound here could be good. 56%'s not phenomenal. Actually, he's just got some really good dodge. Alright, let's go for it. Oh, and we did get that. Alright, fantastic news. And that will work, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go back to back, so we're less likely to take more damage. Yeah, that'll just have to be good enough, and we'll stay here just so he's, well, taking the fight. Alright, looks like our armor is holding for now in that one-on-one. That is good. Oh, Ken's getting stabbed in the back. This guy's an absolute jerk. Alright, we're going to go ahead and see what damage we can cause to him. We could really do with a critical. Maybe just a kill? Oh, alright, fantastic. That is exactly what we needed. Let's do a quick turnaround. And, yeah, we'll see what this guy plans on doing. 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4... Ooh, actually, you know, let's just turn a little bit more this way. I think technically he could still outflank us, but it will mitigate what's available. Alright, let's go ahead and start doing damage as best we can. Parried? Ooh. Alright, I guess that'll have to do. Alright, where's he going? Alright, fantastic. Ooh, creeping poison, that does not seem good. Hang on a second, how did we miss that before? What is this? So this unit's max stamina is reduced by 10%. At the start of this unit's turn, max stamina is reduced by 30. If max stamina reaches 0, apply paralysis. Paralyzed units cannot move or act and have 50 less protection rating for 2 turns, and every step taken reduces max stamina. Okay, well, I guess we're going to stand still and fight, hey? Alright, let's move, let's see, we've got 23 stamina here, so moving here is not the be-all and end-all. We could still get 2 attacks on his weak side, and I think that that is advisable. Alright, come on, big criticals, please. No? Alright, well, it'll have to do. Call that there. Ken is in trouble. Well, the good news is we can turn him around, so at least that'll mitigate the damage done. We could technically throw a dagger, but that's not going to do too much here. No, we're going to have to go ahead and, well, hope for some damage, but again, highly unlikely nonetheless. Yeah, hold still, and we'll see if that's enough. Alright, designating target. I'm not sure if you've seen this before. I have, though. It is a little bit of a pain. I believe, yeah, that's right. I actually started with another run before this series started, and I very unfortunately got, well, targeted quite heavily, and it did not go well. I think I died in the first fight because I came across an enemy who was just a little bit tough. Alright, so, what have we got here? So, our critical resistance rating is reduced by 30. Each critical hit received increases this unit's dodge and protection rating penalty by 5. Alright, and if we walk, we lose a lot of our 30% of our max stamina. Well, let's see, 1/3 of that is 4. Okay, so that would take us... we could make a swing against the big guy. Well, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. That's not gonna be good, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a swing. Alright, that is at least helpful. Alright, let's end our turn there. Can we go ahead and take you down? Looks like some blocks and some parries. Not much else can be done. You, my king, let's go for the kill. You know what? Maybe we actually outstep him and see if we can boost up our accuracy through being on his weak side. Yeah, we've got the armor to do so. Yeah, let's go ahead and move. Alright, we can dodge that. What's this? 67%, but the damage is higher. You know what? At this point, what have we got? We'll have 2 swings. You know what? It's worth it. And there is the kill. Alright, phenomenal news. Alright, let's go ahead and we can focus in on the big bad. And Ken, you can't really retreat here, can you? No, you cannot. Alright, well, do what you can. I'm not going to ask anything more. 69 health should be enough to keep you alive. So, we will see. Alright, okay, only 316. Ooh, dear, hang on a second. Slow down there. Looks like you got a couple of ripostes and whatnot, those counterattacks. That is very much not good for poor Ken there. Down to 24 health. Well, I was technically right. He will survive. Just a little bit. Alright, you, we can't really move. We do not have the stamina to be able to make good on anything else. We'll just take what we can get. Oh, we should have taunted, provoked. That's my fault. Hopefully that does not penalize me too much. Alright. Can we get a kill? Come on, one more hit. Huzzah! Alright, I'll take it. Alright, my king. Let's move you. Oh, we can only take one swing no matter where we go, so I guess this will have to be sufficient. And he dodged it. Alright. Oh, wait, no, we've got a free one thanks to Swift Strike. Phenomenal. Oh, and that's almost all of his health gone. That is great news. You could probably riposte. You got 24 health. You know what? We can throw a dagger. That will do. Let's move you. Wait a second. 60%, 100%. Yeah, look, I'm not going to risk a riposte. Not when we have to take an attack of opportunity. Let's go ahead and back up. Ooh, he lives. Let's throw that dagger at the fool. Oh, we missed. Okay, and how about we back on up even further? There we go. Alright. Stay alive there, Ken. I've worked way too hard to have you die now. Alright. Let's take a swing. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. How on earth? Oh, we're down to 6. We're down to 6 stamina? Oh my goodness. Okay, so how do we still have some left over? Do we have a skill that lets us carry some over from the previous turn? Got that experience rating, which is good. The survivability, thank goodness. I do not know. I guess at least some of these will be wearing off. Alright, make it a worthy swing because there's nothing else you can do. Alright, and it looks like we can get our whole way here, which, you know what, that is good enough. I don't think he's going to risk a couple of opportunity attacks. That'd be 3 if he moves. That'll be enough to kill him, so Ken should be safe here. Oh, and he's going after the king, but that's okay. The creeping poison is not going to last. Alright, let's put him down. Okay, victory. So, the king has leveled up, and we got 2 kills worth 2 and 3 experience each. The others got 1. Ken lived. He just didn't go down in this one. So, you know what? That's an achievement enough for him. Let's go. You have slain a legendary bounty hunter and his men. Conscious that such a man would have more parties in his convoy, you search the bodies quickly, not forgetting the Dursk man's black cape. We gain gold, provisions, and experience. We now have a new item of the veteran's cape, and we have an extra leadership point. As you hurry down a forest path, 3 routes present themselves to you. You come to a halt, analysing your paths ahead. A crossroads lies ahead of you, busy with life, though you are wary that Dursk's men might be idling there. Before the crossroads, a merchant loads a caravan of goods, an opportunity for a safe escape. If he is generous enough, off the path smoke billows out of the woods. It is unlikely that the bounty hunters would be sitting in a bandit camp. Alright. I think we go ahead and we approach the merchant. I wouldn't mind trading with him at the very least. So let's talk to him. Yeah. Oh no, we can actually level up between this, so we'll take what we can. What have we got here? Charging strike. Ooh. So less accuracy, but we can get a good amount of damage. And it's from 3 tiles. Very nice. And then there's also a finishing blow. So what is this? Damage... base damage is 110%. Execution threshold, if the target unit is below 30% health, deal 250% damage instead. A little less accuracy, but very powerful. Ooh, you know what? That's not bad. Extra protection wouldn't be bad, but that sounds like a pretty handy skill. Let's go ahead and collect that. We'll confirm that, and we've now got a new skill there. Do we ignore targeting parry, or do we want to try and see what we've got here for this? Let's read this first. If the target unit is struck down by this ability, its cooldown is refreshed and stamina cost refunded. Ooh, limited to once per turn. That's not bad. What else have we got? Extra execution threshold and accuracy rating. Ooh, you know what? That's actually really nice. That would mean that it would be anything at 60% or below, and much more accurate too. I think that's hard to say no. Let's go ahead and collect that. Let's pick that up. Alright. So that's that. We still have our stash as well. What's the veteran's cape? Move speed and critical rating? Sure, let's go ahead and we'll put that on the king. That should be good enough. Oh, and we have some gloves. We'll give those back to Ken for now. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Alright. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and close and continue. So, as I said, let's see. Alright, let's approach the traveling merchant and see if we can trade with him. The merchant offers you a friendly greeting as you approach, but then sees the serious intent drawn on your face. You ask if you might find passage further into the forest in his caravan. The merchant knows not to ask too many questions, but admits that fitting you into his caravan requires him to leave some of his stock behind. He politely asks you to compensate him first. Alright, well, you know what? Only 37 gold. We've got plenty. Let's go ahead and pay the man. You hand the man his gold and pile uncomfortably into his caravan. You wait patiently as you feel him struggle to trundle the new weight along the forest path, even enlisting the help of his guards to assist him. After some time, he opens the caravan and lets you out. Explaining he needs to rest, you find yourself deeper in Temkau. Okay, we're now in the deep woods. Alright, and that is where the demo ends. So you leave the outskirts behind, the pain of the assailant's blade in Stratha Castle still a fresh memory. Now you enter the deep woods. It is a place of dense trees and hidden threats. A new challenge awaits, no less dangerous than the last. Your journey through Temkau continues. The mountains of Mardo still lie ahead with many trails between here and home. Well, that is the demo, which I've found to be particularly enjoyable. I very much am looking forward to seeing the full release of this and maybe even a full series. But to see that, the best way to catch it would be through subscribing. Yes, it is the best way to catch all future content, and well, it should mean that you see all future notifications. So until then, yeah, we're going to come back with something next week, a new video. So yes, do do keep in tune. Hopefully I will see you there. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.